Attention gamers, last week, I was just following my typical nightly routine of getting pulled, pissed on and flamed by my teammates in this generous and compassionate community of gamers until I resorted to thinking that a Google search would be able to take the bad out of Rav, which led to this. The vegan documentary that indicates that more veggies would be my ticket to more victories, so I decided to see if this game changer applies to the Rift by going full plant-based and champ select and rocking these tofu tits instead of my typical cast of inting ADCs. And despite not fully testing the quantity of sleeping boners I got that night,
like Mason, you were more erect after the plant-based side than the meat-based side. Okay, how about how often you had erections? Wow.
I can still say that my performance on the Rift did feel a bit better. So in this video you will see the power of pairing this walking rose bush with someone who can pull ash holes into your pissed off grapevines. Then I will show a game with some floral fires that turned into the classic case of Rav gets way ahead and then dicks around with a negative IQ until the game actually becomes a nail biter until it finally ends almost an hour later. So if you are excited for me to show off the power of this vegan victory magnet over the traditional ADC, plant a seedling on that upward thumb button and vine whip that subscribe button for more. Alright, let's cover the runes I took on this blossoming bombshell. First I took Dark Harvest to help the late game petal punches hit a bit harder. Then Taste of Blood lets your tulip trails keep you topped off. Eyeball Collection because I play to get fed or bust, and Ultimate Hunter to let you whip out the jungle bundle more often. Then Transcendence is like the fertilizer to these flowers as it lets more of them come out faster and stronger, and then Scorch to add some pricklies to this plant. The game starts with what seems like the ADC had to go AFK for a second to pay the delivery guy, which turned out to be a bad time to leave because that ash hole was glowing like it needed some attention, so I gave it a nice slap and collected an early paycheck. It appears that our jungler tried to crash a luau, which seems to have pissed off the wrong guests, and then we see them coming down to say what's up, so we meet them halfway. Blitz pops out to say aloha, and then I give the blind bimbo his first serving of veggies. I tell the robot I don't want beef, but he pulls the damn cow anyway, which results in him getting headbutted away and put in timeout, but I stay focused and methodically flower fuck the archer, which sends the cow and his bells running away. We receive a little ping ping saying there's some bad people coming for us, and sure enough Milky Tits stumbles over the wall followed by his pet Hawaiian, so I quickly send the vacationer off to the salad bar. Then I see that little hula hooping whore coming down, so I have to leave Wall-E to die alone. I see their mid laner trying to ring pop baby hair dye Einstein, so I run up and bail out the midget with a prompt petal pop under her booty. We are trying to tell this bald bitch that you can't leave the base with a cocktail, but the raging alcoholic throws a temper and starts charging around and kicking things, so we slap him a few times before sending him home. Then the walking cow wants lunch and is looking to chomp on some weeds when my dumbass decides to run toward the hooker, which leaves me with no color on my screen for a bit. A group of us want to try and pull some cheddar cheese flank steak on the shitters until the bull sees us, which totally ruins the surprise. But Blitz is a horn dog and grabs some ash anyway, and then we pop a parade on that pussy. I run mid to see the raging alcoholic from earlier glowing like he stayed out in the sun too long, so I run up to grow some vines under his bald ass for the kill. The cow kills our tiny hobbling brain of a mid laner, so we run up to avenge that cute little cortex. The hula hooper hops head first into a bad decision, and then I deliver the entire whole food salad bar under the others, which knocks them up before we finish them off with ease. Then 20 seconds later we run into their jungler, who is too drunk to show up to a fight on time, as Blitz pulls him and I fly trap his anus before my spitting tulip helps me finish him off. I see the baldy glowing like he's in an icy hot commercial again, so I run over to play a quick game of surprise you a dead bitch on him and a family of hooded midgets. We run river together until I start to pussy out when I see them, but this robot is a ruthless son of a bitch that knows no fear, as he makes damn sure Dad Ash is gonna sit still as my jabbing tulip takes her out. Then he pulls Moo Moo Marcus back to tell him that it's rude to leave a party early, which clearly is a sensitive subject, and prompts the barn animal to puff up and chase my ass through the water, slapping bells at me until my team can coordinate a way to put the crazed cow down. I go to landscape blue buff by starting to plant some tulips under this rock when I see hula hoop Helen get cucked before she can surprise my ass, but I am so I just pull some thorn splinters off my leg and chuck them at her for the kill. I take down a turret and start running after the Sonic shitter, who is too drunk to realize that he is running away in the opposite direction of his own base. The chase ends in the cove with a quick game of cops and robbers until backup comes and we execute a coordinated tickle party on the blind Baldy. I then proceed to inform him that there is no running from this veggie monster. There's a gathering in the enemy driveway, so I run up to talk about the benefits of going plant-based. Little Lucifer rolls his eyes, so I strangle the knee nibbler with some vines as my robot flashes to stick his hand up an ash hole. She tries to escape but squashes a seedling in the process, and I don't let shit like that go unpunished. We are making the final push when the whole cast of useless characters comes to try and save the day. We have the roided up bull ringing his dumbbells and demanding all the attention like always. Then we have Legolas's wife who desperately wants to be a stay-at-fountain mom. Then the knee nibbler whose little legs just can't get him untangled from my bundle of jungle. And finally we have the bunch from the luau. The cocky hula hooper who doesn't realize that no one cares about her ring twirling routines, and the drunk bastard that literally had a drink in his hand every time I saw him. My first ever game on this walking rose bush complete, and I felt like I had more impact in that easy dub than I ever had on an ADC, so I figured I would queue up and hop into a second. A few minutes into the second game and I noticed my burn victim support got caught in some shady stuff, so I grabbed the neighbor's dog to go assess the situation. I take a wide turn into lane to get a better angle as the werewolf demonstrates an astronomically low amount of intelligence and accomplishes absolutely nothing useful as I tickle the Dark Star static shitter before running like the wind to get away from that banging pirate. We see Pretty Pistols all alone, so I ask Biker Gang Brand if he will warm her up for me to come in and ask if she follows a plant-based diet to maintain that figure, but she's a feisty one, so I tie her up and let the pyromaniac burn her down. My support just finished reading an article about overextending, and I guess he wanted to try it out for himself unannounced as he lets Captain Perky Tit scratch all his burn wounds before I can come in and plant a few lethal lilacs under the ginger's flawless ass. Then I notice the electric eggplant being a total dumb shit, so I do a quick petal pop and spawn a jabbing tulip under his floating mass to nab a quick darky stack. Then Perky Nips is naive enough to think this plant is alone, but I've got Flaming Freddy in the bushes ready to light that anti-gravity grape on fire. Then it's Pretty Pistol's turn to get planted, but she tries to light this walking weed on fire, forcing me to play from the sidelines with one last jungle bundle for the kill. A few minutes later and I'm just one cold night away from wilting, but Biker Gang Brand gets shock shittered before lighting a match under the pirate, so I follow up with some flowers and she dies trying to flash into what would have been a dope double tap. Q would have been the button to press there, hun. The pyromaniac burn victim is starting to get used to the whole getting caught out and then waking up to take a flaming shit on their team, so I come in to decorate the crime scene with some cherry blossoms on the Buccaneers' booty. Then the static shitter goes full power plant quarterback, so I stick some thorns in his sides while he's not looking, and mama just earned herself a new pair of shoes. The pirate smells something funny and tries to patrol into my backyard to check for marijuana, but the intruding bitch clearly didn't see the signs that said trespassers will be tied up with vines and then stabbed to death by very angry jabbing tulips. Captain Camel Toe comes in and interrupts a moment that I was having with this statue, so I run back to my fellow brethren, the bush, and wait to make my move. She proves to be all looks when she blind-face checks, and I greet her with an entire botanical garden to burst her down. I see the pocket-sized panda out of position top, so I run up and help him decide which way he wants to run and die. Then I play a quick game of I don't need to see you to shit in your midget ass mouth. Then the party has moved top lane and the supports start flirting with each other, so me and MF figure we might as well make it a double date and screw each other, but I finish first and send her home. Then we just know that Static Stanley was filming the whole thing to post online and slut shame me, so I deem the situation worth my flash as I long range salad bar the shitter for the kill. I catch the floating grape case fleeing a fight, so I wrap some weeds around his base as Brand comes in to blow him up, and Warwick leaps into literally nothing as a big battle breaks out. This prompts a game of Battleship for me and Brand behind this giant boulder as we take turns guessing what row letter all the ships are in by hitting that key. Turns out every ship was in rows Q, W, E, and R, and we wipe the board clean from behind the rock. Then we see their jungler, who is clearly lost in the wrong part of town looking for the Axe convention, so we come up and all tell him that he needs to be in the opposite corner of the map. Their team just finished taming a very rare Charizard and I am not trying to get Cho-Chomp, so I flash out, but he calls me up and demands I jump, so I immediately go Golden Lotus and wait for my team. Then I thaw out and rapid fire some rose thorns to take him down, as the angry axe man thinks that lighting himself on fire is going to get him out of this situation, but we've seen that act before and chase him down. Another Charizard spawns and we tame him this time, which is bad news for his giant purple cousin here, as the team takes turns distracting his dragon ass until I get there and summon an elder buff execution with my vines. I walk into a shitter shroom and sure enough the source of that stupidity pops out to blow some bamboo at me, but he clearly doesn't know that the golden lotus is immune to poison, as my jabbing tulip summons the death serpent to finish him off. The game ends with me serving up an all-you-can-eat veggie bar on the dumb dwarf, petal punching the dragon a good 600 times till he dies, bursting down the floating static shitter, and blowing one last kiss to the banging red-headed pirate. And that concludes my first 2 games ever on this walking rose bush, and I have to say I will most definitely be playing more of her in the future. Huge shout out to all my Eskimos and a special thanks to the patrons supporting the maintenance of this igloo. We are just 30k subs off of 200k, so let me know in the comments what I should do for that milestone. Brush your damn teeth tonight, Rav out.